Good morning. On this week's episode of Haston Helping Hands, I'm going to be talking to you about there is victory in the try. My good friend and world champion public speaker, Mike Carr, gave a speech about this. So I will borrow his words, there's victory in the try, and expound on them more deeply in my own life. So recently I had the opportunity to step up and sing a song that I've never sung before publicly. I've never even sung it in my head. And I thought to myself, well, I don't really know the song. I don't know how this is going to go. And then I looked around and I saw all the people I was surrounded by, people who I love, people who I trust. And I said, why not? I'm just going to go for it. And it went really well. And that is due in part to the trio that was singing, which were friends of mine who are very talented. And my friend Susie said, you know what? It might be a big failure, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. And I was like, I love that. It's actually a perspective that I employ a lot. And in teaching my daughter, I try my best to encourage her to try things. Try it. If you still need help, I'm here. She'll ask for help and I'll say, try it. And it's something that I'm learning over and over again with her because as she gets older, there's more things that she knows how to do. Like the other day, she made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich all by herself. Now, we will not talk about how it was made or what it looked like or the mess that was left because that's not the point. The point is that she got this huge sense of accomplishment because she did it. She did it herself. She didn't need help. She also made her lunch by herself the other day. And I realized that the more I give her space to do that, the more she's going to try, the more she's going to fail, and the more she's going to realize how capable she is. And it's so interesting to me what happens in your brain when you do try something. You're scared. And there's a great quote about the body interprets nervousness and excitement the same way. It's up to you to decide what it is. And most of the time I choose excitement. And then there are times when it's like, wow, I'm really nervous. That's nerve-wracking. And in truth, every time I step up to the microphone to do this post for you, I get a little nervous. And that's because I'm invested. I want to motivate you. I want to inspire you. I really want to frustrate you. In fact, today I want to talk to you about the fact that there's something that you've been afraid to try. And you don't have to tell me about it. I want to encourage you to take that step today. Take it. Figure out what you need to do to try something new. For instance, this week, that song went really well. That doesn't mean I know the song. That doesn't mean that I'm ready to perform it. So I actually went to my music teacher and said, the thing is that I love this song and I'd never really sung it in public before. It went well. I had help. And I also had this lack of inhibition going because I haven't sung in public in over a year. I guess you could say Zoom, because in this new world, Zoom is definitely a viable option for performing. But it felt so good to be holding a microphone, standing in front of people and singing and performing, which is what I love to do. And I told my music teacher, I said, I'm really excited to work on this with you because I know it can be so much better. Like it went really well and I know it can be so much better because we're going to work on it. And there's so much value in that. Like knowing that what you did was great and it can be better. It can always be better. And victory in the try is not about getting it right that first time. It's not. It's about stepping out, being scared, and doing it anyway. And I definitely think that we could all stand to be a little bit braver. We could all stand to step out into that void and not be 100% prepared for something. I think that there's so much victory in that. And to the point of learning about something that you think you already know, I saw my first show post-pandemic in a theater. It was a musical. And it was amazing. I actually cried during the overture because it felt so good to be in an audience. And it was amazing. And one of the songs that was sung is a song that I've actually rehearsed and practiced. And it was amazing to watch the person who was singing give it more meaning, give it more heft, because, you know, they've worked on it over and over and over and over again. And it took on a new meaning for me. And I think the message today is, yes, there's victory in the try, and there's also victory in the practice. That's the part that people don't always talk about, is that, like, you know, you practice and you practice and you practice and you practice and you practice. So that way, when you step up to try, it goes a little bit better for you than if you hadn't practiced at all. So I think today's message is, there's victory in the try. What are you going to try today? Tell me about it in the comments. Tell me what it is that you are scared to try, but you're going to go try. And it doesn't have to be big to me or to anybody else. It's big to you. So where is your victory today? Go ahead and tell me about that in the comments. And ladies and gentlemen, I am Jen Haston, and this has been Haston Helping Hands.